What if there was a method that could get you past all the books and websites and courses you've taken and finally help you speak Spanish fluently without fear or embarrassment? One that could radically transform nearly every part of your life, your work, traveling, or even finding new love. Would you want to know this method? Well, I've got it. Watch this. Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Hello everybody, how are you? Something really cool is happening here right now. I want to show you. We have English speakers and Spanish speakers all over this building practicing together. Tenemos hablantes de inglés y español en todas partes de este edificio que están practicando juntos. This is unlike anything you've done before, and the results are guaranteed. I'm James Archer, and I was in your same situation, except at 53 years old, I wanted to become fluent in Spanish quickly, and I did. Not because I'm super smart, but because I discovered a fast and easy way to learn and speak a new language. More importantly, I've helped over 1,000 other people over the past 4 years. I've written a #1 bestseller about the project, and I've been interviewed on both English and Spanish-speaking TV. I founded the ShareLingo Project to help English and Spanish speakers find and practice with each other. And it's grown into so much more. We are breaking down barriers within our communities, helping English and Spanish speakers literally become friends with each other. Once you know how to really make progress actually speaking Spanish, then you can gain the confidence to actually have a conversation. When you have that confidence, that's when you become fluent. So that's what this series has been about. Are you ready to finally speak Spanish? I have helped so many teachers and nurses and police officers and just regular people like you and me of all ages. Anybody can learn a new language. That's true. If you can learn a new word in English, you can learn a new word in Spanish because it's the same part of your brain. And if you're worried about your accent or pronunciation, this method eliminates that fear. But when I first started out, I struggled. I couldn't remember the words. I thought I was too old. And now I'm in a different place. I speak Spanish fluently. It all started when I figured out what was missing, what was keeping me from remembering words and making me feel embarrassed when I tried to speak. Right, so now at this point, I'm sure you have some doubts because you've probably tried a lot of things like I did and you still don't have the confidence to speak. Or you may doubt that Spanish speakers really want to practice with you or that you can meet them. Maybe you doubt that I can speak Spanish. Hola, yo soy James Archer, el fundador del proyecto ShareLingo, y hoy yo puedo hablar con fluidez. En serio. Sin pensando antes de hablar. No necesito traducir las palabras o construir las oraciones en mi mente antes de hablar. Y entiendo casi todo cuando otras personas están hablando. See? It's easy. When I think about how you're feeling and how I felt myself, I also think about people like Monique and Sarai, okay? Monique wanted to speak Spanish. Sarai, from Mexico, wanted to improve her English. And they met each other through ShareLingo and exchanged phone numbers the very first meeting. Then they met for coffee a few times. Then they went hiking together. We're in Colorado. Then whitewater rafting. Sarai told me it was the most fun she had ever. And more recently, they even went skydiving together. They practice with each other all the time. They text each other and call each other. Yes, you will meet Spanish speakers, and yes, you will be friends. But before I tell you more about this program, I have to warn you, because this online launch is a fresh delivery model for this program. Registration will only open for a short time, and then we'll close registrations and start the program. This is the first time I've ever opened up ShareLingo to the broader community. It's different, but it's real. The model is tested and it works. Here's another short clip of some people using the ShareLingo method. Hi, I'm James from ShareLingo, and I want to give you an idea of what's happening in a ShareLingo class, okay? So right now it's Saturday morning, and a few people have gathered to do ShareLingo, and I want to introduce you here to Debbie and Raul, and you can just watch them for a minute.
This word jobs.
Jobs.
Yeah, the S sounds like a Z.
Z.
Yeah, jobs.
Jobs.
Okay, so then in that brief clip, it happened that Debbie was helping Raul with some pronunciation on those sides. In here we have Sarai and Joanne. Okay. Okay, so what you can see here is that this is a small group today. It's kind of a walk-in class that we do. But you can see how the people actually work together. And it's not teaching English, it's not teaching Spanish, it's both the English speakers and the Spanish speakers teaching each other. And the reason that's so powerful is that there's no embarrassment, no fear between them. They literally become friends with each other. And that allows people to open up so that they can really, really get the most out of working with each other during this time. So once again, I am James, well there you go, from ShareLingo. I'm back in my office and hope to see you again soon. Take care. Ciao. Okay, so you kind of get it, right? Now, in the 3 videos last week, I shared ShareLingo's secret. I showed you what you need to know to really learn effectively. I showed you how long it takes to reach different levels. And I shared ShareLingo's method for practicing together. That's like the golden egg, all right? I shared all this and showed you how you can do it all yourself for free, all right? But many people have told me they want more. They want access to the ShareLingo community and to the ShareLingo materials, and some people want someone to guide them along the way. Now, since you're watching this video, you're either working with native speakers and you need to communicate better, like now, or maybe speaking Spanish is a goal you've had for a long time, and maybe you've struggled to make progress. But whether it's for work or some other reason, this program will help you speak Spanish. There are thousands of places online to learn vocabulary and grammar, and many are free, and they're good. But that's not the reason to join my ShareLingo family. What you need most in your quest to speak Spanish is practice. And frankly, ShareLingo is unique. I don't know of any other organization that will help you do this. Plus, there's the support and community that we build where you're accepted and encouraged and you don't feel embarrassed. You don't feel fear when you're trying to talk because everybody's in the same boat. So first off, when you join iShareLingo at any level, you get access to the iShareLingo community. That's other English and Spanish speakers that are looking for partners and who may have questions about almost anything. Listen, this is a big deal. While you are watching this video in English, there are Spanish speakers who are watching the Spanish version of this video. They are dreaming about speaking English. They are hoping to meet someone like you, right? They will be joining the private iShareLingo group and looking for practice partners. Plus, you get access to hundreds of lessons that have been used here in our ShareLingo groups, like what you saw in the clips here in Denver. Lessons that have taken years to put together. And then, more importantly, you get resources that help you understand your goals and motivation to create a plan, right? And then, most importantly, you learn how to find and practice with native speakers. You get access to a community of other English speakers just like you, plus that community of the Spanish speakers, all in the same boat, looking for a way to improve their English. Now, I've broken up this training into individual training modules where you will make progress, no matter what level you're starting from. We have beginner, basic, intermediate, or advanced. I mean, we can all improve, right? I mean, heck, we're all still learning words in English, right? The most important thing to remember in your quest to move from beginner all the way through to the advanced level is poco a poco, little by little. It's a process, and we can help you at any level. At the beginner level, practicing with a human being helps build a strong foundation, so you don't create bad pronunciation habits, right? And then all the way up at the advanced levels, there are so many questions that a human friend can and will answer. Questions that books and YouTube videos simply won't or can't. Now, even after this program is over, you will still have access. So you'll still be able to interact with the community and get support or ask your questions. You'll find that the ability to jump in as often as you like at your own convenience is simply priceless. You might want to go back and review video number 2 in this series where I talked about levels in much more detail. But remember, always be moving forward, always be improving, and always be practicing. That's critical, right? I know that you can hire a private tutor, and you can spend thousands of dollars to get in that practice time. But if you have a Spanish-speaking friend, then you can practice anytime and for free. Right? Imagine being able to call or text or even have dinner, if you live in the same town, with your Spanish-speaking friends for more practice, to get better and better, and even to share cultures. Right? There is no price that you can put on that. All right. Now, in this platform, you can also get audio and video files that can help you learn and pronounce and just do more. All right? You'll learn how to practice together, and you'll have bilingual materials at your fingertips. You won't have any more, maybe you've been to an intercambio, you know, what do you want to talk about? I don't know, what do you want to talk about? You know, we'll give you the materials, we'll give you the structure so that you know what to talk about. What are the key things that are holding you back? Find out why pronunciation is important, but your accent isn't. Your accent is beautiful. People from other countries love it, all right? Find out how do you learn 10 words a day? I'll show you all of that in this course. And the bottom line is that we're going to cover a lot of ground with this material, and you're going to come out the other end with the confidence to speak Spanish with real people. Look, one more example, all right? Let me cut over to Teresa, one of our beginners. Watch this.
Okay, Rosario, Teresa. I have the pleasure of saying that I was at my leasing office the other day, and they were looking for a Spanish speaker amongst about 20 people, and there was nobody that spoke Spanish. So that I said that I was in the ShareLingo program, and entiendo más para no hablar muy bien. They asked me for my help, and I was able to help the woman negotiate her lease at the current price instead of them increasing the rent, and it all worked out beautifully. So I really appreciate ShareLingo.
Okay, you see, you can start right away. But that's not enough. I want to take you beyond just knowing and right into action. So I'm going to give you a way to connect with Spanish speakers who are also signing up for this series. So by now, you're probably thinking, wow, this is amazing, right? This is just what you've been looking for, just what you've needed. We all know that we need to practice, right? Lots of people have told us that over the years, right? You need to practice Spanish, right? And you know that they need to practice English. The problem is that everyone is afraid to reach out to the other side. ShareLingo eliminates this fear and facilitates those connections. Lots of people have asked me, why aren't there more organizations like ShareLingo? Because it seems so obvious, right? But there aren't. ShareLingo is unique. So I've put together what I think is a pretty amazing offer. But I thought long and hard about how I could serve the most people. My goal is to help at least 1 million people within 5 years. And I can't do that if I'm only connecting people here in Denver, Colorado. And that's why I'm opening up this new delivery method. So I came up with 2 different paths plus some amazing bonuses, all right? Everybody who joins will have access to the new private iShareLingo Facebook group. You will hear me say this a lot of times here today because it's just so important, this community. And we're going to monitor that and help people talk to each other, all right? Now, I've never allowed access to these private groups before. They were reserved for only our ShareLingo students here in Denver, and groups like this normally cost $50 a month. But you'll get access to this group when you join for free, all right? And that brings us to this final big surprise, all right? The last piece of the puzzle that makes this a complete no-brainer, and this is it, all right? Lots of people worry about time. We're all busy, right? How long is this going to take? Not just how long, do I have to learn, but how many minutes a day? Believe it or not, you can do this in like 15 to 30 minutes a day. We're creating audio and video files of the most common 5,000 words in order of usage, and we're breaking them up into individual blocks of 10 words each that you can have access to, all right? You can watch the videos or even download the MP3s to your phone to listen to over and over. Pretty good. So by now, you're probably wondering, well, okay, what is the cost for this Spanish Success Series? Well, it's really, really affordable because my mission and ShareLingo's mission is to connect cultures, and this does it. And we want to connect not just you here in the United States, but also people in other countries who simply can't afford expensive language packages. So there are 2 paths that you can travel with iShareLingo. One is a monthly membership plan for people that want to go at their own pace or mostly just want to be part of this community, right? And then the other one is a more fast-tracked option that includes other resources or even coaching, right? So first, let's talk about the membership options. The standard package is just $10 a month. I know, that's cheap, right? It includes access to ShareLingo's bilingual courses for any level, plus additional bilingual iShareLingo materials, plus the daily lessons, plus the audio files so you can listen to the lessons in the car, plus access to the private iShareLingo community. Each ShareLingo course includes the materials for 10 lessons that you will use to practice with your partner. Now, these 10 lesson courses are normally $200 each, and they were developed for our 10-week-long courses that we have here, right? And then the next option is a plus membership, which is $20 a month. Now, and it has everything from the standard membership plus some video files so you can watch people pronouncing the words, and weekly webinars where you can get all of your questions answered. So if you have doubts or questions or have struggled, then this might be the place for you. All right. Now next, I have a membership option for $5 and another one for just $1 per month. Now, to be honest, I created these two just so that people in places like Venezuela and Colombia and some other countries can afford to get access to the community, all right? But if they can join the platform this way and meet someone, perhaps like yourself, who has access to the rest of the program, then learning English can change their lives and possibly help them support their whole family, all right? But if you don't need any materials and you just want access, then these two options, the $5, $1 options, they're open to you too, okay? So that's the memberships. A very, very low monthly fee. And you can stop at any time, but it gives you access to the materials for as long as you're a member, right? Now, the other option that you should think about will give you way more guidance, all right? Even though I've taught you how you can do everything yourself, some people want more of a done-for-you solution. And maybe you're one of those people, right? It's like, even though you can lose weight all by yourself, success is more likely if you have a coach or a trainer helping you, right? I know I could lose a few pounds. First, the $125 forever option. Now, this is the price to access the materials for any one of 5 ShareLingo lesson packages. 10 lessons each, plus lots of bonuses and the motivation materials, all at once and for as long as you want. It doesn't expire, all right? These are the same materials that we use in our classes here, plus tons of additional lessons for less than half the price. Right? Now, these materials and lessons show you how to map out your goals and make a success plan, all right? And they give you access to the structure that our coaches use, but you just go at your own pace, right? So finally, the thing that I've been saving for last is coaching, help, hand-holding, all right? We will evaluate your current starting level. We will help you make a plan for success. We will help you map out a schedule. We will help you find a practice partner at your level. And we will help you practice with that partner. Right? Now, the coaching option is $395 for the 10-week course. And remember that you'll have access to the materials mentioned above forever, all right? It includes 5 30-minute mentoring calls via Skype or Zoom, whatever you prefer, all right? It also includes 4 one-hour pair sessions where we help you and your partner practice together so you really understand the model and you can really be effective together. Now, as part of this launch, we are also going to help you meet that practice partner. And finally, only as part of this program, we will be doing weekly question and answer webinars that you will have access to for free. But at the risk of repeating myself, I'm only offering these coaching spots during this launch. And then we will close registrations and begin the coaching, right? All of these options, from the $395 big coaching thing all the way down to the $1 option, include access to the ShareLingo community of English and Spanish speakers. And remember, once you meet a practice partner, and you may meet several, you can practice with them anytime, as often as you want, for free. And you can cancel anytime. And you will still have your practice partner. And you can still practice with them for free. all right? This is not an expensive tutoring program that charges you by the hour. We do not charge you for your practice time. I hope that makes sense. With this program, we're offering to help you find a person and then know what to do with that person. If you want to actually speak Spanish, then you have to stop just studying and start speaking, all right? Without being afraid and without being embarrassed. And this does that, all right? For them as well as us. Think about how your life will be different if you commit to moving forward, all right? So go ahead and click the button below. Join me in ShareLingo. When the registrations close, we will be helping many of you pair up with Spanish practice partners who are joining the program to find English speakers. And of course, the first ones registered will have priority, right? Okay, so the bottom line is, if you want to get in, you need to act quickly because the registration window is never open long, right? However, if you miss out, well, don't freak out or anything. The odds are pretty good that I'll offer another chance at this Spanish Success series, maybe in another 12 to 14 months. But so if you're not ready to sign up today, then maybe when it opens again, say in a year from now, it will be the right time, right? Okay, come on. If you're ready to stop wasting time and money trying to speak Spanish or wishing you spoke Spanish, then your next step is just to click the button below and get registered. Oh, and one more thing. When you register, we're also going to include a bonus package. Now, not just one registration bonus, but one each month for as long as you're a member or as long as you're part of this community, all right? Now, you have a full 30 days to see if my program, if ShareLingo, is right for you. If you determine that it isn't, just let me know and I'll gladly refund your money. No hassles, no hard feelings. Maybe it's not what you're ready for, this Spanish thing. But one last thing, I'm not some Spanish-speaking magician. I'm not selling a magic pill like in the Matrix that will instantly teach you Spanish. That doesn't exist. Speaking Spanish, or any language, is a process. I just stumbled onto a discovery more than 4 years ago that has become the ShareLingo Project. And since then, I have continually worked on it, refined it, added to it, and tried to perfect it, right? Along with the help from a lot of other people. And the result is a method, a system, a process that can be applied very successfully over and over at any level or any stage of your Spanish journey. You will be using this method over and over. I still use it myself. So, if you're ready to speak Spanish, then your next step is to click the button below and get registered for Spanish Success. Now is your time. It's time to step up. There has never been a better time, but you have to act now. Registration is closing soon. Now is the time to act. Enroll in Spanish Success and say yes to speaking Spanish with confidence fluently. Click the button below and join me now. This is your time, and I'd love to serve you in our community.
ShareLingo Project is an amazing project, a program, because they have this face-to-face, real people to speak with. So we need to speak, and when you found the confidence and find with, I don't know, with somebody who is want to learn too, this is the great combination, because you lost everything, I don't know, how can I say this, like a barreras, like walls, okay. Mental barriers, like right now, we are in a combination and you help me, I help you.
That's the idea.
That's why. Right. I love ShareLingo.
Good. You have a big decision to make, and I can't make it for you. The only thing I can do is tell you that ShareLingo works. It's worked for me, and it's worked for 1,000 other of my students. One thing I want to point out is that Right now, I have an abundance of Spanish speakers who are waiting to find English speakers to practice with. And that could be you. You are in demand. Join the ShareLingo movement today, right? Click the button now, and I'll see you on the inside. Okay, I'm James. Ciao.